Hi, Hemifacial Spasm people, HFS. Okay, my name is Faith, and I am doing a follow-up video. The last video that I put up was of my original hemifacial spasm that I have, which is on the left side of my face. And it was prior to me going to get my first botox injection, which I started doing at the beginning of this year, 2016. So I have since had a couple more injections. I'm sorry I didn't do any videos of the first couple of times, my experiences of it, but finally sitting down and doing it now. I had my last injection on Monday, so it was 3 days ago. This is currently Thursday this week. And I wanted to just catch everybody up on how things are going. It's great. For me, the big thing is that I can't feel the spasm. It is not nearly as severe as it had been. It takes about a week for the Botox to fully affect all of the spasming that occurs. So like right now, although you probably can't see it very well, I'm feeling a little bit underneath my eye and in this general region, but it's nothing too terrible. So anyway, here's my experience with it. So we have been working on adjusting the formula that we use, the injections that we use, specifically the amount of Botox that's injected and where we put it, and see how that develops and manages my particular spasm. My doctor is really good at this, so it's something that I go in there prepared to tell him, okay, here's how it worked this time. And as you can see, it has a significant effect on on the amount of movement that my face has. The right side of my face is much more expressive. So that's something that it does have a large effect on. Something else I've noticed in making these videos, and then this is my third take, for example. I think that this side is a little bit less puffy on my eye than my right side of my face, which, you know, I'm 42. You know, these things are going to happen. But it doesn't bother me. I don't care. It's something that's not as important to me as having the spasm under control, which is definitely occurring and happening. If you, again, just look at the last video that I put up, that's how my spasm had gotten to be on a daily basis over the course of the last several years. So it was important for me to get this under control, and it is now under control. The biggest issue that I have experienced is that my left eye, we do injections. Here are the injections that some of the injection sites. On the outside over here, a little bit over here. I think he does some, like this is it, so don't look at that. Something over in this area, I can't remember. I'm just thinking about where I bleed from when I leave the office to know, because I cover my face in lidocaine cream that keeps me from being able to feel where the injections are happening. And for the most part, some of them I do feel. I think the outer edges of the face are definitely much more, for some reason, maybe it's just because it's less fat over there. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I don't feel the ones that he put under my eye. I don't feel the ones that he puts across my eyelid. As I understand it, he puts 3 injections across my eyelid. But because of the lidocaine cream that I put on about a half hour before my appointment, I have someone drive me there just so I don't wind up careening into traffic in case lidocaine cream gets into my eye, which hasn't happened. So anyway, I can't feel it. The cream keeps me from being able to feel any of those injections, so that's really helpful. It does sting when you do feel it. It's a little bit of a stingy feeling, but it's something I breathe through and just wiggle my toes, and it gets me through it. And then I'm up and out in there in about 3 minutes. It's a quick thing for me. But as you can see, I do have a little bit of an eye drooping. You can see that my eye doesn't close the same on the left side as my right eye does. And that's something I actually didn't notice until I took these videos. So it's interesting to be able to see it in person reflected back at me. I take care of that by when I'm in the shower and I'm washing my face, I use a washcloth instead of splashing my face with water, because the water goes right in there. I wear contact lenses, so having the water going in my eye doesn't work out very well. And when I sleep at night, obviously my contacts aren't in. I take those out. I use a gel drop. It's a little bit thicker than a regular eye drop that I put into my eye to keep it from drying out. And then That's about the extent of how tough it is to handle my eye being a little bit open all the time. Um, it doesn't bother me. It's much more of a bother to have the hemifacial spasm happening than it is for me to have uh, half of my face kind of not moving the same way as the other half of my face. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to direct them to me. I can say I pay for this out of pocket. I'm in Kansas City, so I go to a doctor here at KU Med. My insurance does not cover anything having to do with the hemifacial spasm. So I pay for my shots, and every 3 months or so, I do believe it costs somewhere around the $200 range. I can't say for sure. Um, I'm well, I was self-employed. I'm no longer employed. It's something that my insurance just doesn't cover it. Your insurance might. The previous insurance that I had when I was working at a large company took care of it just fine. They took care of all of my neurological appointments because I used to have a cluster headache issue as well. And so that wasn't an issue. Um, but now it is. So it's just something that I take care of out of pocket. But every 3 months, having to shell out $200 to take care of something that was literally driving me to madness, I can handle that. But if you have any other questions about, anything having to do with the Botox, whether you're scared of moving forward with it, if you are having a hard time finding uh, someone to help you out with it, direct them to me. Feel free to ask me what you need, and I will do my best to help because there's not a lot of resource out there about hemifacial spasm, I've noticed. And the pictures that exist are scary, and I'm not sure that I've looked for a whole lot of videos, but there might be some videos out there and I just haven't seen them. I know my video probably is a little bit terrifying to some people. It's not a good feeling to have your face moving like that involuntarily a majority of the time. So I think that this has been life changing for me, and I would highly recommend it. Good luck to you guys.